Here it comes. Perfect landing.
I mean, it's perfect.
This is our crew, our travelling group. Nice little spot to stop for lunch. Well, actually, what we're going to do, if you can see, is way down there, and I think I can even zoom in, is a river. We're heading down to there for lunch. And then, see these mountains in the background? I'm going to go across and across and up and up and up. And you'll see the white peak in the middle there. That's Mera Peak. That's where we're going. It'll take us 20 days. That's where we're going. So we're stopping for lunch, having a lovely look at this waterfall below us. Fresh mountain springs. I just found more of that little lovely creek. Look at this down here. Isn't that beautiful? We're actually heading down there, and then we have to go 700 metres up to our camp. So we're on the next day today. A slight change to yesterday, as you can see. We can't see anything, but we stopped for lunch. It's actually 10:30 in the morning because there's no more water till the next part of the trek. So basically I think we're walking about 500 metres up from here. Not sure where, because as you can see, we can't see anything. But that's our crew and a couple of our chefs serving us lunch. I didn't get to do many videos yesterday because the weather was so shocking. But this is our campsite from the night, last night. And in fact it iced overnight. So it's a bit chilly. But you can see the sort of beautiful surroundings that we have. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see now the actual surrounds that we're in. So we're on this this gully or valley or whatever. And this is some of the areas we walked down yesterday. In fact, walked down over there. It's a bit dark this morning because of the shadow. But quite a lot of snow and ice that we had to walk through. I'll try and take a picture later so you can see that. Going to go back up there today, go and look at the holy lakes, which we couldn't see yesterday. Campsite I showed you earlier. And tomorrow we'll head up that way and on beyond and whatever else. Here we are at the Holy Lake, about 4,200 metres, of course totally iced over. With my two Hindu friends.
What does a hen do?
Handor. And our lovely Nepalese shepherd, or Hindu. So we're going to light some little, what are we going to light? Incense.
Agarbatti, incense. This is
just the other angle of the lake. And what you see here, lots of stones and lots of, as we get forward, I'll see if I can get there, little what looks like devil symbols. But in fact they're tridents which allow you to kill the demons. So this is actually part of the process here, is to kill the demons. So very Hindu component. We're in Tagnag. We arrived through this valley yesterday. You might be able to see the Snow Peak Mountain in the background. There she is. Came through this valley, which I think has been destroyed, created, maybe is a better word, through a ice cap that fell into a lake. And then the lake burst and out came the flood. But look what I'm next to, right? Here is the most magnificent glaciers on it. About 4,500 metres. There's a cloud at the top of there. If we go this way, you'll actually see the top of ice pack up there. We're going to zoom in again. That's the Mera. That's what we're heading to. Or we go to another little town, and then we head up there, and that's our summit. Go around again, see a few more mountains. Tegnang's a nice little town. It's only got a few. Do some cooking. In the distance you might see some of my family. The patriots, tents, and here's a little bit more of the town. You can see another team down there actually getting ready. They're heading off to Kare today. There's two of my fellow climbers, Paresh and May, sorry. And our tents. And look at this, a little solar technical works which warms up the water. Not that we're using it because our chefs boil their own water. They cook a really good piece of food, so it's great. This is what the lake is that went and caused all the devastation I talked about through the valley, and you can see a little bit of a breakaway there. But if you have a look above it, you can see there's a piece of snow or an ice cap coming from up there, bouncing down into the lake, therefore overflowing it. Part of the view as we walk up to Kare, which is the Mera, which we'll go to in a couple of days' time. And at the end of the day, we can't see it, but it's at that same height. What you're seeing here is when we get to Mera Peak. But it's beautiful, isn't it? The weather stays like this. Okay, we started from down there, not that I can see that. There we go, I think there's a township. Came up through there, you can see some people on the track. And then we're heading up there, I think that's Mera today, and then tomorrow. You see that little pimple? Looks bigger than that one when you're there. Here's the ceremony this morning after breakfast. We're going to head up to Mera, walk across there. You'll see some black rocks in a minute, I might zoom in. And that's where we'll stay tonight, and then we'll head up the next day to Mera. Let's just have a look around the surroundings. That campsite from last night, geez, the wind was strong. There's some other people staying here. And just the other mountain ranges. Sunrise at High Camp. The sun there, blind you. Oh, and this is high camp, yes, it's this little cliff face. Hey, wave! Hello. Sonia. This is breakfast time. You can see we're on the cliff. Oh, lovely porridge.
Rice pudding.
Oh, rice pudding this morning. Oh well. We're sort of on a cliff edge as we're having our brekkie. Here's a perfect mountain range. We've only gone about 10 feet from our base camp, but it's fantastic. And of course, the smoke coming off of there, see if I can zoom in, is our Everest. So girls, there we are. Are you happy? Mum, Jane, I've taken you to see Everest. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So, hello. First time you see me rugged up. Behind me, I think, is our Mera. We didn't get up early enough because of the winds and the tracks and the crevasses and all this sort of stuff. We'll talk about it later. So we couldn't do it, but we're doing it now, sort of as in the best bit because we get to see everything. So once again, just show you that beauty. And we're going to go all the way around this time. So we're going to stop here to say hello to Bikash, he's our leader. Hey buddy. We go around and around and around. So it's pretty spectacular. Now, lovely Kachin here is checking the path for us, making sure that we don't walk into any crevasses. So checking everything in our way. You can see the reason we didn't go last night, because there's no tracks at all anywhere around. In fact, we're creating our own tracks by taking back to the path. But as the tracks are produced, our guide has to check for crevasses the entire way. And if we were to do this at 1 o'clock in the morning, well, it would have been terribly, terribly dangerous. In fact, now he's found 2 big areas, so they've got a second rope going. Not sure what's about to happen. I'll come back to you soon. I left you hanging the other day in my video as we were up on the Mera. The boys were creating a double rope, if I recall, and I sort of said I'll come back to you. So basically, Chachin, who was leading our climbing, decided that the crevasses were way too heavy, way too many. So he doubled the rope on himself, and that way we became the anchor, just in case things didn't go quite to his plan. And, you know, he may have fallen in a crevasse or something, but all was good. We got to about 6,100 metres, and then we decided to turn back, but you saw the views. They were stunning. What we've done now is we came down that same day, all the way down to Kare. It was quite tough, especially after we got off the snow and down into the rocks full of ice and very steep. And then we spent a night in Kare, and then we ended up coming down here to Kote, which was another 4 days walk yesterday. So Kote is our little village here. We've been here before, and we're spending today here. So I thought I might use this time to talk about a typical day over the last 20 and really go through what we've been up to and how we've been living, and you know, the lifestyle within inside a trekker. Once upon arriving in camp, all of our tents are set up. So you can see that's our living conditions. I generally have always asked for tent number 6. I don't know, I seem to have got lucky the first 3 days. It was always the same, so this is it. It becomes occasionally your clothesline. because you need to air and hang out clothes. But on the inside it becomes life every day. So if we have a browse inside, you can see it's actually quite spacious. I usually use the gear bag as a pillow. Got my sleeping bag, fair bit of room down the side here. It's actually a two-man tent, but I seem to lucky enough to have it on my own. So that's my life. I live there for several days. I have this nice little mattress, the red one they provide, and the blue one which I blow up every day, and my sleeping bag. At lunchtime we always start with a hot lemon drink, or orange in this case. Every day we seem to do the same. We either eat in a Sherpa tea house or we eat on the ground outside on a picnic rug. So here the crew is ready for their lunch today. We're in the place of a sacred rock. Actually, it's a little bit like our big rocks that we have in Gardens of Stone. But on the inside, the actual book, Buddha book, is actually imprinted on the sides, they believe, of this wall, and you kind of chiseled it there, so that's why it's called a sacred rock.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
How are you?
What about you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Black tea time.
Yeah, tea time. Drink black tea.
Thank you. Wakey, wakey. Lovely. Thank you, darling. Every morning you get a little black tea. Although I have to stretch across and reach it this morning. There we go. The man comes and he brings us a lovely black tea so we can wake up in the morning. Pity you can't see any of this. Every morning we get a nice little bowl of hot water. Yes, you can just see that's a bowl of hot water. That's our washing water for the day. Anyhow, time for a wash. Bye. Several days ago we actually walked down that mountain range, down to the bottom, probably to the bottom of that landslide, and today we've walked up that, up on this side. I think it's about 700 metres up, and yet we've still got a little bit to go. We're going up there, and then we're going to find a camp and go up a bit more to Mera. After 20 days living in a tent, they bring me to this glorious room. It's actually a big business, suite. So I've got this lovely long hallway, the nice room, the valet room. Haven't even seen the bathroom yet, and okay, normal size bathroom. But just have so much space. Not a tent. I'm in heaven. To end the trip, we spend this afternoon in this place called the Garden of Dreams in Kathmandu. Just resting with some funny people. I'll just zoom in on that one. Special. It's actually a really lovely spot.
Aber ich finde in diesem seidenen Teil, das ist schon sau eng.
More luxury. I've just checked into the Langham and I have myself a suite, which is quite nice. So again, a little bit like the last one, we seem to go for days. Lovely little spa bath, which I look forward to utilising in a few moments, and decent rooms. So it's quite lovely actually to have a suite. I mean, I used a little upgrade form, but what more could you want?